8th year. Well, we got Sean now.
Yeah.
We got Sean McVay now, the head coach of the Rams, joining us. Sean, great to have you. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you guys?
Great, Coach.
Good. We were just talking about the fact that Mike Tomlin has been at it 17 years with the Steelers and has never had a losing season. Is that as amazing to you as it is to me? I mean, we love you, and you're like our favorite coach in the league, and even you've had losing seasons. I mean, never? That's almost impossible for that long, isn't it?
One losing season, not multiple. One losing
Okay.
season.
Yes,
right?
exactly. One.
Sorry, Sean. I didn't mean.
Excellent
I
point,
didn't
Sean.
mean to insult you.
Hey, well, you sure as hell did.
Oh, good.
No. I will say this: Mike T is an absolute stud. I mean, even just the way he handles himself, his leadership. He's been a guy that I've gotten to know really well over the last handful of years because of his relationship with Raheem, going back to when they coached together at Tampa, and he's always treated me great. I think you look at just the way that he responds to adversity. I think that's one of the true testaments to great leadership. The way that he, is just so steady, and then, they're always going to have a certain identity with the way that his teams play in Pittsburgh, and to do it for that long at such a high level is a real testament to him and their players and the coaches. But it's a first-class organization, and Mike T is an absolute stud. I got nothing but respect for him.
Coach, let me ask you about we were just talking about the running back situation for this week with Ronnie Rivers gone and with Kyron Williams gone for a while. You've got rookie Zach Evans, you've got Royce Freeman, you've got Myles Gaskin, you've got Darrell Henderson on the practice squad. What's your approach for this week, especially given the fact that you ran the ball so effectively in the second half of the Arizona game?
Yeah, we're working through that. We just had our first walkthrough where, all those guys were involved, and then we'll have our practice, and we'll continue to kind of sort out our plan as it unfolds and figure out who we feel like gives us the best opportunity to execute what we're asking of the backs, whether it be in the run game and protections, the different things that we've kind of started to put together, the early parts of our game plan. And so all of those guys are candidates, and in terms of how we'll allocate the workload is still to be determined, and that's kind of what's fun about figuring out how to make it work, and having the agility that's necessary in this league.
T.J. Watt is an unbelievable player, Coach. Is he one of those rare guys that you actually have to game plan against, like other coaches have to do with Aaron Donald? Is he that dominant on the defensive side of the ball that you guys in your meetings are actually part of the game plan is to account for him?
Oh, absolutely. You have to account for him every play. But I'll tell you what, Alex Highsmith, I think, is one of the more underrated players in the league. That's a nightmare on the other side. And so they've always had great fronts. But everything that TJ has gotten in terms of the recognition, his flowers, is all very well-deserved based on what he puts on tape and his body of work week in and week out. He's played one less game than most of the people in this league, and he's still up there in the way that he's affecting the quarterback. I think he's got 8 sacks. He's a nightmare, and he and Highsmith are as good of a pair as it gets in this league, and they got great players on all 3 levels of the defense, and they're getting some really good players back on the offensive side of the football, and it's going to be a hell of a challenge, and we're looking forward to it.
Coach Sean McVay is with us, Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. I want to throw some different stuff at you, Coach. You and Veronica are about to have a baby. Are you nervous about being a dad for the first time?
No, I'm actually not. I'm really excited about it. My wife has been Veronica has been awesome. It's been, everything has gone really well. She's done such a great job of kind of taking care of everything in terms of, herself, and everything has gone really smoothly. And we're looking forward to getting this little boy here sooner than later.
Sean, when Johnny Hecker had a baby, we asked him if he had 2 things, because I think I've been through this, what you're about to go through, and you need 2 things. Number 1, do you know yet, because I know Veronica's probably had some showers, do you have a diaper genie yet?
You know what? We got enough stuff at the house for the baby that I'd be surprised if we didn't.
Okay, that's number 1, Sean. And the other one is, do you have a bouncy chair? You put the baby in a chair, and the baby just rocks and bounces. Do you know if you have that yet?
Oh, we've got it. The nursery is all set up. Veronica she's done an incredible job, and so I'm just going to make sure that I can be a good assistant in any way that I can.
Good plan.
Not the boss of my
Good, but okay. So, Sean, if you ask Veronica when you get home tonight, if you don't have a diaper genie, Mason and Ireland would like to buy you one.
Yeah, we'll buy you one.
We did this with Hecker. We just sent it to Artis, and then he gave it to Hecker. So, find out from your wife if you have a diaper genie, and if you don't buy one, and we'll send you one as a baby gift. Okay?
Outstanding.
So, Cooper Kupp and Matthew Stafford have got a podcast. It's called the Nine and Dime. Have you been on it? Do you listen to your players when they do podcasts?
Yeah, I've seen it. Podcasts or kind of a weekly segment. I've seen them. Veronica showed me the first couple that they had filmed. I don't know exactly when they filmed it, but they do a great job. You learn some stuff about these guys. You can see that they genuinely enjoy one another. I thought it was good entertainment. Did you guys watch it?
I watched it. I think they do a really good show. Really good show. I just wonder, like, for example, in the NBA, Draymond Green will go out on his podcast and he'll say a bunch of controversial stuff. Do you have any concern that there's controversial stuff when players are doing individual podcasts?
I don't. That hasn't been something that I worry about. I think you want to allow guys to express themselves, and that's not something that I think has taken away from the ability for our team to be able to operate. And those guys are kind of the epitome of what we're looking for in Rams, with the way that they handle themselves on the field throughout the week of preparation, and then obviously off the field with how they interact with their family, their friends, and just the way that they carry themselves. They're true studs in every sense of the word.
Hey, just out of curiosity, Coach, if you've said, and you're doing the absolute right thing, you said if Veronica goes into labor while you're having a game that you're going to go to the hospital. What happens then? Does one person take over for you, or do the assistants kind of do it by committee?
Yeah, it's not going to happen. We don't have to worry about that.
Good.
My little boy knows better than to come during a game, all right? Do that, all right? You wait. We've got a good scheduled date that shouldn't coincide with that. But if that did happen, we have more than enough capable guys that can handle it from a leadership role with Raheem, with Mike LaFleur, with Chase Blackburn. Jimmy Lake's the assistant head coach, but we got great guys. And let's put it this way: I don't think it needs to be a story. I don't think that's going to be an issue. According to our doctors and everything that we've heard, we don't see that coinciding with the game. I think that was a fun story and narrative last week that was a little premature.
Okay, good to hear.
Last thing for you. So you mentioned that you and Veronica are going to have a little boy. I'm assuming, do you have a name picked out?
We have a couple things that are in the conversation. I do know in some form or fashion there will be some sort of reference to my grandpa, John McVay.
That's it, Coach. Yes.
It'll probably be his middle name.
We'll take it.
He will be, in some form or fashion, we'll recognize my grandpa who passed last October 31st, and that was the little guy's original due date, and so it's pretty wild.
Awesome, man.
All right, hey, Sean. Oh, by the way, I wanted to have you comment on this. Mason said he was at the game on Sunday, and he said he thought it was one of the best crowds you guys have had all season. We all get to live in Los Angeles. We know we have a lot of opposing fans that get their hands on tickets, but Mace thought that your crowd against Arizona was like 100% Ram fans and actually made a difference. Did you notice that?
No doubt. I'm glad you mentioned that, Mace, because it is something that was a big deal. And I thought, especially in the second half and the way that it was able to affect and influence their offense's ability to communicate, the way that it was nice and quiet when our offense was on the field and they were able to verbally communicate in the appropriate manner. I thought it made a huge difference. The atmosphere was outstanding, and the fans were great. Mason is exactly right. That was big time by the fans, and we loved it.
Hey, listen, Coach, good luck on Sunday, and good luck in life, however everything goes with Veronica, and we'll see you on Sunday.
The diaper genie, I'll have to circle back with you guys on the diaper genie.
Yes, ask her tonight, and if you don't have one, just tell Artis, and we'll send one your way.
Sounds outstanding.
All right, go
John,
get him on
good luck,
Sunday.
Coach. Thank you.
There's Coach Sean McVay, Service Titan, the all-in-one solution that connects your entire HVAC, electrical, and plumbing operation on a single software platform, helping make the combination we love every Ram season. Coach Sean McVay and Mason and Ireland every single week. All right, coming up next, it's combo plate today, which means Shadano and Cap are coming up in about 50 minutes from right now. In the meantime, we're going to do some What's Up Fool coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.